The U.S. Transportation Secretary visited New York today and hopped on the subway with Mayor Adams to get a firsthand look at how the system operates.
And it is clear he was not impressed. Fox's Linda Schmidt is in Soho with more on this visit. Linda.
Yeah, first of all, good evening to both of you and the Secretary Sean Duffy getting a tour today of the subway system. And he made it clear that the federal government is not going to continue sending major dollars here to the city and to the MTA because of the condition of the subway. He says it's unsafe and it's basically a homeless shelter and that it has to be cleaned up. Now, Secretary Duffy and the mayor both riding the B train. Now, Duffy and the Trump administration oppose congestion pricing the way it currently exists. He says you cannot charge New Yorkers to drive on streets that their tax dollars have already paid for without giving them a safe and cheaper alternative for transportation, which is a better subway system. Here's what they both had to say earlier today.
I see how much MTA spends, right? I suspect there is waste, there may even be fraud, and so I'm going to make an offer to MTA. I know a few people in D.C. who are very successful at rooting out fraud, waste, and abuse. It's called Doge. So I'm going to offer folks from Doge to come down and take a look at what MTA is doing, how they're spending their money, and can they be more efficient for the taxpayers in the state of New York.
We must make sure that people feel safe, that they are safe, and that we have an alternative to do so. The second important job is the obligation of us to show how we're going to use congestion pricing and how we're going to make sure that it's fair. And so we don't have to agree on all aspects of it, but we're going to agree that New Yorkers should have a fair and safe way to move around the city. And now it's the job of the governors and my job to sit down with the administration and say, this is how we are using efficiently our system.
And the MTA, as you can imagine, not quiet today, snapping back at Secretary Duffy today.
He's new at this job. I wish his staff would give him a proper briefing about the work that went into the planning for congestion pricing. We did a 4,000-page study over 5 years, and among other things demonstrated it would not hurt poor people because so few poor people have the ability to pay for parking in New York.
And also today, a spokesperson for Governor Hochul had some sharp words. Go ahead, take a look at this here. This is a statement for the Transportation Secretary. Quote, Secretary Duffy has literally no idea what he's talking about. As Mayor Adams and most New Yorkers know, Governor Hochul stepped up to add NYPD officers and security resources on public transit. Now, subway crime has declined by double digits, and ridership continues to grow. We hope the Secretary enjoyed his field trip to Manhattan. So there you have it. You know exactly how Governor Hochul feels about what Secretary Duffy had to say while he was visiting New York. Back inside to you.
Very well. All right. Thanks, Linda.